Many years after that London chapel experience, the 1980s in New York, I was having a late dinner with John McCain, just the two of us at the Regency Hotel. We'd become fairly close, as he was with many reporters throughout his career. At least during that period, he seemed predisposed toward, but not limited to, journalists who had covered the Vietnam War. Not that he wanted to talk about the war. He didn't, and he wouldn't. And he especially avoided talking about his own heroic experiences as a combat pilot and later tortured prisoner of war. Occasionally, McCain would be interested in talking very little, about news coverage of the war, how it was done, and its effects. Anyway, that night, in the shank of the evening, we touched on religion, mostly the growing influence of the religious right in politics, and especially Republican politics. McCain didn't discuss his own thoughts about religion, except to mention briefly, and then move on, there was no follow-up, that, quote, a few lines from the old Navy hymn had helped keep me alive, unquote. No details, but it took little imagination to know what he was talking about. And of course, my mind raced back to that morning in London and the introduction to the hymn. Now, as I ponder John McCain's passing, my mind goes over his life well lived and his long, remarkable service to his country. He was, is, and shall remain a hero and a noble man. And I can almost guarantee that some form of the Navy hymn will be played when he sets out to sea on his final voyage now.